summer, we looked at how we can improve from last year, both, on the physical side of things, but also on the mental side of things as well. The fall for us is about getting better, both individually and then, as a unit as well.
It definitely sets the tone for our team culture. We've been focusing a lot about the details, and all of the fundamentals are taken care of going into the season. It's also just a super fun time because there's not a lot of pressure, so everyone can play and make mistakes. They encourage us to make mistakes so that we can learn from it come spring.
September is kind of our practice month, so we're getting in a ton of 2-hour practices, some lifting sessions, and then October is kind of the time where we compete a little bit more.
All right, here we go. Arms out and away. Get it there.
The scrimmage in the fall are extremely helpful. I think every game and every opponent gives you something new.
During fall, it gets pretty mundane, and we're basically just practicing against each other. Like, we know each other as players, as attackers, as defenders, as midfielders. So it's super important to get out on the East Coast and play other teams.
Having these play days is a huge opportunity to get some test runs in terms of being nervous, test runs getting on a bus, test runs getting on a plane cross country, and to really see how it goes and then really reassess and then build from there.
Us going to the East Coast for fall ball is super big because we get a taste of what travel is like in the spring.
It's a good indication of how we need to time manage, especially with school and flying and traveling and having practices and recovering and getting our meals in. So I think it's great for the freshmen to get a little sense of what it's going to be like during the season.
We have a lot of players from the East Coast, and so it's a perfect time where we're about a month and a half or 2 months into school. So it's really great to go east and see so much Cardinal and Gold in the stands.
We look forward to this trip because for most of us, it's our trip back home, our trip to see our family.
I'm here on Staten Island right now watching the Trojans play. Let's go Trojans! Women's life, let's go! Go Trojans!
Sully!
Our cheerleader.
Nice, good job.
So many people being from the East Coast, this is an awesome trip for everyone to just maybe get a reset button if they're homesick, everybody's family's there, and you just realize how much of a family the team really is.
The really fun parts about fall ball is it is the travel. It's kind of just spending time together as a team and just and seeing them out of the element of the field.
It's really important in the fall to focus on how that team dynamic changes and shifts at all with, everyone kind of going up a year. And we also have been doing some things in terms of regular weekly meetings to work on the mental side and to work on the culture and our team dynamic and how we can translate, that closeness off the field on the field as well.
We got it! Go!
We've been really lucky about the kids that we've had, the people that have really bought into something brand new and to start something from the beginning and to have their hands in the culture and have their hands in sort of all of now what USC is.
Lacrosse isn't necessarily, the biggest sport on the West Coast, so to be a component in just spreading the game and getting it from coast to coast in the US is it's an incredible opportunity and responsibility now that we hold.
Something that I think we can all, as teammates, bond together is that we did take that chance and we did come out here to USC. I think it's cool that all these girls really bought into something that maybe wasn't there at first, but now it is.
Getting to showcase our abilities and compete against teams all across the country, as we really strive to build USC into a national power, and just part of that journey for us, going East Coast, playing multiple different teams in different conferences, and continuing to challenge our players and challenge ourselves as we look to keep building through the rest of the fall ball and then getting ready for the spring.